Hey guys, welcome back to a new video on my channel. It's Izzy here. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you on how I make my thumbnails, and I'm really actually excited to make this video since I haven't really done a tutorial yet, and I'm just really excited since this is going to be my first ever tutorial instead of a roleplay. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to exit of the location that you're already in. It doesn't matter, but you can either go to you could go to a home designer basically or something, and all you have to do really is, why do I have that on my get rid? You basically have to go to home designer and then go to paint, and there's green options that you can use, but I will use this sometimes, but I usually use a movie studio most of the time, so let's go there. But when I was buying the mega bundle, I recorded that last week. And yeah, okay, I can get rid of all of that. I don't know why that's in there. I could either take the lights off and put extra lighting, but I'm not going to do that. So now let's go and get my character. And why is this so glitchy? Hello. And then let's click on that one. And then you just want to do that. Also, that's just how I use that. I sometimes do it like that, but for this I'm not. I'm going to be doing it just help. Okay, my iPad just turned off for some reason when I was taking a screenshot, but you can do it like that. That's mainly how I do it. And then you just want to click save to photos, and now I just need to figure out a plot on where the background of the image should be. So I'm probably just going to be using probably the bottom of the big family home, because I have this all built and I'm not building another plot. I'll probably just be using, I don't really like that. Let's go upstairs actually. Oh my god. Okay, just put that back there. I think I'm gonna be using this kind of thing, and then save to photos. Okay, so now that I've done all of that, I need to go into Ibis Paint, or you could go into Pixar. Sometimes I'll go into Pixar, sometimes not. But yeah. Sometimes I'll click on the background of it. Oh, what the? There is ads, by the way, so I'll see you when this ad has done. Oh my god. No, I don't want to install that flipping app. Okay, no. Why is it pitch? Okay, there we go, finally. And then you want to click on to tools on your background, and then click crop. And then you want to make sure it's like that. And you can zoom in, which is what I'm doing, but yeah. And you don't want the buttons in your thingy, in your background. So I would say that's pretty good. And you can go to sticker and search up thumbnail, and then you'll get don't turn off these, but I think I'll be using this one. Sometimes I use these, sometimes I won't, but you know. And I don't actually use blur on my thumbnails. I only use it around the edges because, you know, and I got some of it in my eye, which is stuck, so my eyes are watering. And you want to make sure with your opacity is 66, and then you want to click on blend, and you want to make sure it's on soft blend or hard blend, whichever one suits, and I'm going to put it right there. So just like that. And then you can add shadows, but I'm not going to really be doing that. And then just click apply. And then that's basically done for that. So you can just export it. And I don't have that, so we'll just click on that. And then you want to click on done. Add. Okay, there we go. It's done. And then you want to go to Ibis Paint, and then oh my gosh, closed. And then you want to click on my gallery. As you can see, this is on my new iPad, and that was my first try with that, my profile picture, and it did not go well. That was my other thumbnail for this, on this iPad. So anyway, now you just want to click on this, and you want to make sure it's either 9:16 or 16:9, because that's the screen size for YouTube. But I usually go for 9:16. But you could also do it the other way, so it's like that. But I personally prefer it when it's 9:16. And then you want to click import picture. And then you want to get the background that you got from PixArt. And it should look a bit like this. And obviously you can't transform it or anything, but I'm just going to be zooming it in a little more. So then it's like that. And then you want to click on this little camera button, or whatever it's called. And then you want to get your character out, and then you just want to zoom it in that around about that size. And then you want to click on this selection layer, and then you want to click on bucket, and then just tap and tap and tap and tap. Now I just do it like that. And then you want to go back to it, and you want to click on this little thing, and it should look something like that. But then you want to remove the section layer, and as you can see, there's a little blur thingy that's around it, but you don't really want that. So you want to go to eraser and just erase that out, but you've got to be really careful though. Or you could either go to selection layer, click on eraser, or click on brush, and then you can do it. But then that wouldn't really work. See, look, and it doesn't really work. So you have to use the eraser, aka a rubber. Oh, and then you really gotta actually be careful. I didn't notice that computer, so I need to make it smaller. And I'll see you guys once I'm done with this. I don't know why it does this, but Okay, I'm all done, I think. And now you want to go to filter and then click on that. But mine's a little raggedy. So if it's a little raggedy for you as well, I wouldn't use it. But yeah. So I'm not going to be using it, but you could do it and make it like that colour, but then it doesn't really suit for me, so I don't do it sometimes. Well, basically all the time, but you know. And then you want to click on that. I usually make around 3 of these, just in case. And then you want to go to brush, and then you want to make sure it's black, like pitch black. And then you want to turn down the opacity to roughly about 26, I should say. I mean, I don't know. Although, like, hold on. That is so bad, oh my gosh. Why can I not do this? Help. Okay, that's really bad as well. So mean, but then I can't really do it. Okay, that's probably as good as it's gonna get. Oh my, I was paint, thank you. And then you can also add some shadow to like the edge of like your hair, like that. And then just continue that all the way around. So basically, something like that, but I don't really do it because I don't really like it. And then you want to go into the other layer that you made, and then you want to hold on to your like finger, and then you just want to make it a bit darker. That's for me anyway. And then I usually just mess around. So I would usually have it more like that kind of color, or something like that anyway. And you want to make sure the opacity is like 26 or something. And then you just want to like put it on top. But you could also do it like this. Just watch me, okay? And then you just watch how I do it. Okay, there we go. And then you want to like duplicate that somehow, but I don't know if you could do that or not. Copy and then paste, and then you should have a paste of it as long as you paste. So I'm saying roughly about that size, but you could also just fill it in around it, just like that. And then do it the other side. I usually use the two a lot more this way, but there also is another way. So if you click on like this little ruler thing, and then click on this, I don't know what it's called, and then just make sure it's like straight, and then you want to put it like the middle of your face or something. Or that's not really even, so I need to make sure it's at that, and then just see if this will work. Oh yeah, that works. just make it a bit bigger. Okay, not that big. There we go. Not that big. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, this brush really hates me, doesn't it? Also guys, if you're wondering what brush it is the digital pen. Yeah. And then you wanna like make it a bit darker. And then you wanna turn down the opacity a bit more since it is darker. And then you just wanna put it like a little circle. Just like that. And then you just wanna make it a bit darker. And then make it a bit lighter. And then just put that in as well. Like that. And then you wanna go to blur. And then you just wanna blur it. And it should look something like that. That's just how I do it. It just looks so much better. And then you can turn off the thingy. And it should look a bit like that. Okay. And now you can transform your you can transform your character. And I need to do that for my thumbnail. So, you know, so let's just transform it. And I need to, oh my, I'll just move that in a minute. You want to make sure that it's something like that. Okay, and then you want to click transform and then tilt it a bit on the side. And then just make it a bit or bigger or smaller. I think you need to do it. Just make sure. Or you could just delete it and click on eraser. And then just delete that. There we go. And then you want to go to the blush or something. And I want to see if that will work when I transform it. My hair might go a bit bigger. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay. And then do you want to erase that? So it's obviously that did not work. And also, why is there other green parts? Why is there green part? How? Why is there green part still? I swear I deleted all of it. Anyway. Guess I'm doing this again. It's just actually kind of annoying, but okay, that is too small. Oh my god. Okay, that's good. And then go to that, press and hold, make sure it's a bit darker, and then make sure the opacity's like that. Then do it. And then I need this thingy. And it needs to be over here. Put on a little bit of an angle. I don't unlike an angle, but no one cares. Okay, there we go, and then just do it, I guess. There we go. And now I need to get a darker colour, make sure it's a bit thingy. Oh, to the other one, and then just do that, like that. And then I need it a bit darker and make it really light, but not too light. Yeah, and then click on blur, and then just do it back and forth, back and forth. Perfect. And then turn that off. And now we can add some text there, but I kind of forgot to get some thumbnails for this, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Why is the little thing in my cheek? Erase. Oh my god. Anyway, apart from that, then I want to click on Photo Library. This is for like on how I make my thumbnails, like thumbnails video. Thumbnail. Ugh. And then you just want to make it a bit smaller, just like that. And then see, look, you know how I got like the little lines there? Now I'm going to be showing you how to do it. It's really simple. So you want to go to filter, click on stroke outer, and then make sure it's white. And then you want to make sure it's really thin, but not too thin, like 12px. And then you just want to transform it. And I'm saying it should go there, or somewhere. There, yeah, probably. Yeah, there. And then you want to get your other thumbnail that you created, aka for me it's this one that I took. This one was made on my phone. I'm not sure why I created this on my phone, help. And then you just want to click on filter, make sure it's stroke outer, 12px, and then transform, and then make it so then it's a bit overlapping but not too much. And then you want to get your other thumbnail for how I make my thumbnail thingy. But this is just for the thumbnail for the video, so then I don't have to do it again. I just create a total random one. And there we go. And then click on filter. Make sure it's like that. And then you can transform it. And there is a little thingy on the side. So you just want to hold brush and then just do it. Hold on. Oh my. 12. Perfect. And then just color this dark. Oh my. Gosh, okay. Let me ignore that again because that was terrible. Oh, wrong one. There we go. emote. This one. Okay. Save on my filter. So character 12. Transform. Okay, then once you go on that, you want to click on save image. And then you want to exit out of the app and go back to PicsArt. And then just wait for it to load. And then you want to click on the thumbnail that you've just created in iBest Paint. iBest. And then you want iBest Paint. And then you want to click onto text. And then just put whatever you want. I'm just going to put how I make my thumbnails. And then you want to click on the text mark or something. And then I'm just going to put it right there. Like that. And I use like that kind of thingy for that one. And that was not a fart, that's just my stupid stupid stomach. I've got a really bad cold right now. And I'm gonna do Bunya. And then you want to click on stroke and you want to wait, where? Bunya. And then you want to go to stroke and just choose whatever colour you want. Me personally, I kinda wanna go for that kind of colour because it looks really good. And then I just want to click apply. And yeah, so you know that's there. And you can click on blend, but who does that? So I'm just going to click on normal. And then there is an option for shadow. I'm going to do a little shadow. Just like that. And then click apply. And then you just want to export it and then click done. Oh my, this stupid stuff. But yeah guys, that is how I, but yeah guys, that is how I make, yeah guys, that is how I make my thumbnails. My handwriting's so bad right now. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!